The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on the winners of 10 straight, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Bowling Green's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first two plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense. And I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Falcons decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bears offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the...
Turning it on! It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense on. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Black 24, pound 55.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Joyner. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The give out of the gun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Anderson will throw. Pressure coming.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. Flying down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, BG.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Eastern Michigan made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Eagles. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Out of the gun, the inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. And the Bears want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Takes the handoff. It's Gore. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. A shot toward the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But to this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Stewart. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Reddick. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The give on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. Trying to find the end zone. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Gets it out fast. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Anderson wants to throw. Makes a connection. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Breaks into the open. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. And the offense cashes in on the roughing penalty. A mistake on special teams. We'll see if they can make it pay off. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Bears will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He takes it at the 45. And now the hit knocks it loose. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Going to try to get it himself. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And we are all tied up here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Bear offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it down and run.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bears have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Reddick. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fire into the right, complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Okay, ready?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man.
Okay.
And the Bears will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Now on first down from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Anderson wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field.
Turning it on! There's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Couldn't ask for better. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the ready.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
42, Spider. All right, man.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, what a move to get through. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding.
Ready, set.
That's the end of the period. Bowling Green is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Got it.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
In blue. In blue.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gore. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Ready, break.
And the Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Run in the red zone. It's Joyner. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
On the double.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Get set. Ringo. Ringo. Ready.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers.
Touchdown, Bears! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Anderson will throw. Here's the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So here comes the Missouri State offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Green 25.
Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Joyner.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Reddick. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw again. Touchdown Bears! Fitted in the window for the score. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your... You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Anderson wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They'll... penalty here, and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Falcons will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now, because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
defense. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bears line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The screen, he can go. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Anderson will throw. That's caught. It's right.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Defense wants to bring the heat. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This is a design run. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Missouri State! And the beatdown has ensued. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacked on the extra point. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.